announced the government is temporarily stopping repatriation flights from Guam. The decision came after recommendations from the country's COVID-19 task force. In a press release, the government says there are numerous reasons for taking the step, but first and foremost, it is the presence of the Omicron variant in Guam. The new infections are 700 to 800 each day. The Asian Development Bank is to provide $5 million to help finance the government of Solomon Islands' response to the coronavirus outbreak. The bank says the scale of the emergency is expected to be beyond the capacity of the government's health sector. KBD's Pacific Director General Leo Gutierrez says the money will help to meet the immediate expenses needed for adequate public health services during the crisis. Sports football fan Rebecca Stott is ready to make her return to international football following her recovery from cancer. Stott has been named in the firm squad for a 14 tournament in the United States later this month, a year after being diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Stott returned to A-League action in December, and she says she's now about where she wants to be.
Yeah, I think that was always my goal, was to get back quickly as much as I could. I probably thought I'd be able to get back quicker, but I maybe take my body and just take it slow. But I'm happy that I am back to Thailand, and I'm just hopeful that I can keep improving and keep getting fitter and healthier.
Rebecca Stott has told coach with Kemkova she wants to play at centre back for the football Ferns. And that's news and sports from RNZI Pacific. There's more on our website, rnzi.com. Nisambula Binaka, you're listening to Pacific Waves from RNZI Pacific, Go Okoroi Hawkins. First up, the Fiji government lifts COVID-19 restrictions as part of a new strategic direction.
What this means in practice is that we no longer need to look at the world solely through the lens of COVID-19.
Two shipments of tea donated by New Zealanders have arrived in Tonga, but unloading them is proving a challenge.
It's almost 51 containers that have been sent in the last 2 weeks from here.
And two legends of Fiji rugby have been appointed as assistant coaches for the national 70 team.
Quite significant because I think in most of our teams
On Sunday, the Fijian government lifted its nationwide curfew, ending almost 22 months of strict movement restrictions due to COVID-19. Several other COVID-19 measures were also relaxed, such as public transportation being able to run at full capacity, allowing spectators to attend sporting events, and no longer requiring people to use the Care4G contact tracing app. Mask wearing, however, will remain mandatory. Fiji recorded its first positive infection in March 2020, and since then has had over 3,200 cases and 811 deaths from the virus so far. Community transmission of the virus is ongoing. However, acting Prime Minister Kayum says the country is past its worst, with over 90% of the population of the age of 15 fully vaccinated. Mr. Syed Kayum says the number of people admitted to hospital due to the coronavirus is also declining, and those getting booster shots increasing daily. He says it's time for a new direction in responding to COVID-19.
What this means in practice is that we no longer need to look at the world solely through the lens of COVID-19. We are moving to a stage where we can remove our blinders and treat COVID as an endemic disease instead of a pandemic, not unlike the common flu. COVID cases aren't going away, but our focus from a health and policy standpoint will be on particularly vulnerable groups, while the rest of our society will more or less control as we rebuild our economy and focus on addressing the other challenges affecting the lives of local people.
Joining me now is Live Mokono, our correspondent in Suva. Hola, Live. So this lifting of restrictions, a big change for Fijians?
Well, it just happened late on Sunday afternoon, and so for most people, it's just taken effect over the last 24 to 36 hours, and the biggest of restrictions that were lifted was the curfew. Of course, we've lived under a curfew since the 19th of March 2020 when the pandemic first happened here.
Yes, definitely. And the Attorney General, acting Prime Minister, I believe at the moment, isn't he? Has he said much about this change and what it means?
Well, basically, this change, I have to say, first, is not a surprise. We have seen it coming, given the Minister of Health announcement that they were changing focus and changing strategy, looking at addressing NCDs and non-communicable diseases, which, of course, is a statewide challenge and takes about $400 million of GM economy in terms of productivity every year. And so once they've made that change, and if you look back at the relaxation of restrictions in order for tourists to be allowed back in the country in early December,